What is up, everybody? Bootman here, and we are back with another Marvel Snap video. And the brand new card Echo just came out, and those of you who know me, you know I love me some tech cards. Well, it just so happens that I have a new favorite deck that I've been having so much fun with. Not only is it fun, but it's also like good, and Echo fits perfectly in it. But don't you worry, if you don't have Echo, if you're not planning on getting Echo for a while, this deck is still good. So your boy Bootman is killing two birds with one stone, and yeah, we're gonna go over this deck, show some gameplay, all that kind of good stuff. But before we get started, if you're new here, hi, my name is Chris, I also go by Bootman. If you love Marvel Snap as much as I do, especially the competitive aspect, ranking up the ladder to hit infinite, or fighting your way through conquest mode, you definitely want to subscribe, ring that notification bell, and we just hit 10,000 subscribers. We have an amazing community here. If you would like, join our Discord community. It's linked down in the description below, and make sure you're following me on Twitter as well, at BootmanMSTZ, also linked down below. I do season pass giveaways every single month where I give away 3 of them for free, so make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're following me on Twitter, all right? And if you're into Threads, that new Twitter-like platform, I'm over there too, at BootmanMSTZ. Everything's linked down below, all right? So let's go over it. So Echo is the brand new Series 5 card, just released, and her ability reads, after your opponent plays an ongoing card here, remove its abilities. She's a 1/2. So we finally have a card that can protect you against things like Cosmo, but it's also going to make sure that people can't play Double Dinosaur, things like Darkhawk in that lane, all right? So I do wanna get this out of the way. I don't know if Echo is worth 6,000 tokens. Maybe she's worth the Spotlight cash, depending on how you're valuing stuff. I do think Echo will be an amazing, fantastic card that you're gonna wish you had when the meta changes. I think in the current meta, Echo isn't like as good as she will be, but there's gonna come a time, much like Shadow King, okay? There's gonna come a time where you're gonna be like, man, I wish I had Echo, all right? So with the way they just changed the card acquisition system, we don't know when Echo's going to be available again in Spotlight caches, so just keep that in mind. Once like the Devil Dino and Darkhawk metas inevitably come back around to be some of the more powerful decks, you're gonna wish you had Echo, all right? So Echo only affects the opponent after they play there. So what I've been telling people is Echo isn't so much going to like use her ability often, whereas she's more going to control where your opponent can and can't play, all right? So when you play Echo, because a good player isn't just gonna drop a Devil Dinosaur on the Echo's lane, right? Unless they're just like not paying attention. I might have done that yesterday. And by the way, she only affects your opponent's cards, not yours. But anyways, she eliminates one of 3 locations, right? So you know for a fact, like if you're playing against a deck that runs ongoing cards, you know for a fact that they are not going to play them in one lane. So she's controlling where they can and can't play, all right? There's a bunch of cool decks out there. I really wanna try her in some Valkyrie decks. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about that, but this is one of my new favorite decks. So this deck is one of Jeff Hoagland's, and I've seen him play it a ton on stream, and I've just never tried it. I'm just like, I don't like discard and stuff like that. But like, this deck is so good. I've gotten multiple gold conquest tickets with this deck. It is so, it's almost like Bounce, where people cannot anticipate how much power you're going to put on the board, all right? So here's what we got here, all right? So again, it's like a discard deck. So we have Morbius and we have Mystique. Like ideally, you're gonna Morbius and then you're gonna Mystique. So you got 2 of these bad boys, all right? But you also have Collector, okay? Then we have Swarm, which you're gonna hit with your Colleen Wing. Most of the time, you're gonna be playing your Collector out there, so Colleen Wing will hit your Swarm, all right? And if Colleen Wing hits your Swarm while Collector's out there, he's gonna get buffed. And when you also discard the card, Morbius and Mystique will get buffed, all right? Now, we also have Wong in here. So Wong is just fantastic. So Echo works good in here because you can play her on the lane with Wong. This way you know that you're not gonna get Cosmo'd, all right? They could still rogue your Wong, but with the way Echo works, Echo will disable that rogue. So although they'll disable your Wong, they won't get his ability because Echo will knock it out. all right? So you can also Mystique your Wong as well. But yeah, if we have like our ideal setup, then you could just Modok on Wong and Morbius, Collector, and Mystique will get huge. If you have to Mystique your Wong and you just have Morbius and Collector out there, they're gonna get huge. But you also have options too, because you're gonna be discarding your Apocalypse maybe a couple times, because we have Lady Sif in here, but then we also have Helicarrier as well. So you have a couple bigger cards that, like, if you have to, you can play those out. But one of my favorite cards in this deck is my boy from down south, Gambit, just throwing cards. That's why I just named this deck Wong Throwing Cards, because like there's sometimes you'll just get in a scenario where you're not getting your draws and you'll just Wong into Mystique and then you just Gambit and he's just out there just chucking cards, destroying stuff, and it's fantastic. Now keep in mind, Gambit was recently changed where it only works if the cards are in your hand. Okay, like before, Gambit would just go off even if your hand was empty. So you have to be mindful of that. So you gotta make sure you like leave at least one swarm in your hand or something like that on turn 6 if that's the route that you're gonna go. But like I said, this feels like I've been tweeting about this deck and some people are like, oh yeah, only if you get your combo off, right? But what I like about this deck is it has options. Like there's a lot of decks that just go all in on the Gambit move, and I hate those decks. I like having backup plans, right? So with this, like even if I never get Gambit, if I have Modok out there, and even if I don't have Wong, Modok is going to buff all these other cards. You see what I mean? But like I said, it's hard for your opponent to anticipate the power. There are games where, no joke, I'll get 30, 40 power in lanes just from like Morbius or Collector or Mystique, depending on how things are lined up. So I tossed Echo in here. If you don't have Echo or you're not getting Echo, Jeff Hoagland, he plays Crystal in this spot. So Crystal, she is going to give you, for those of you who don't know, because nobody ever plays Crystal, and she was recently changed, Crystal, on reveal, each player draws a card. So she's just another way to get one of the cards you need for your combo piece. She's a flex spot. Before Crystal, Jeff Hoagland was running Kang in it. And yeah, so since it's a flex spot, I just tossed Echo in here. And just keep in mind too, the last thing I'll say about Echo is one of those cards where you're not going to see her value, all right? It's kind of like a Korg or Rock Slide or an Iceman. You're not going to see her value because if she's doing her job, they're just gonna avoid the lane, all right? But anyways, I'm gonna play a few games, show you how this deck works. If you're new here, I show the losses as well. I don't wanna overhype decks. I wanna show you what can go wrong with decks. I've had a ton of success with this deck, but also there are games where you just get bad draws and you gotta retreat, all right? So let's jump into a few games. All right. Okay, so we got our Echo here, boom. The only thing you gotta worry about with Echo is like Killmonger and stuff like that, but looks like they might be playing Bounce. So if they're playing the Bounce version with Iron Man, I can know for a fact that they're not going to play here. You know what I mean? So look, we're setting up our combo right now, okay? So we can Lady Sif. We can Lady Sif our Apocalypse. What I like to do with this deck too is spread out a little power. Spread it out. So this is also kind of a risky move because I don't have any of my other discard pieces. So it's like, should I save my Lady Sif for Wong? But also I want to play on curve and kind of like spread things out. So I usually just go for it. But yeah, with the way this is set up, like Lady Sif is only going to discard Apocalypse or Helicarrier if you have them. So that's not a huge deal. What are they, They're running Kitty Pryde and Polaris. What deck is this? It might be one of the stature lists. Like they might drop a Miles Morales right now. Okay, now everybody, we come together and we pray. So looking at my cards that I have left, I have Colleen Wing, Mystique, Gambit, and Modok. So like Colleen Wing and Modok, basically anything except for Mystique would be good right now. I might just play this out because I may need to drop my Apocalypse. Speaking of Kang. Like, what are you doing, bro? We're post-infinite. Why are you playing Kang? Why are you doing that? Look how long this is taking. Yeah, we get it. We got to see the play. Oh, lordy. See, this is good too, because if we get Gambit and they've stacked everything over... Okay. If we get MODOK, that'd be amazing. Oh, Lord. Holy God. Dude, are you serious? You just can't... You can't... Oh my God, because Echo worked! Echo worked! That was so funny because I was like, oh my God, like, why did you waste my time and just retreat? But it's because it's freaking Professor X. So this is one of the things, like I said yesterday, I played against somebody. I was trying out a different deck, and it had Claw in the deck, and somebody played out Echo, and like, Echo's such a new card, I wasn't paying attention, and I dropped Claw on her lane. So I was like, boop, and my power went, and then all of a sudden it disappeared. I'm like, what happened? I'm like, oh, Echo. So that, I guess, like, right now, people might just not realize how Echo works, or they forget, you know what I mean? They have like a plan in mind, because this is probably a move this guy always does. Like, it's pretty decent doing rescue into Professor X, and he just wasn't thinking about it. That is hilarious. All right, we're playing against Forrest Gump. So this is pretty good. Quantum Realm, and we got Collector right here. Fantastic. We got MODOK. This is good. This is, okay, all right. This is gonna be decent. Very nice, very nice. And we always snap back because we're infinite. So I don't have to worry too much about ongoing card. Oh my God, if I had priority right there, oh, dude. So they might be playing like a Dino list, and they're doing this because they can get ongoing power there. So we'll do that, and we'll do this. And then I may just, I have all the pieces I need, so I might just play into Vibranium Mind. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that, sir? So I didn't play Morbius into Quantum Realm, by the way, because I want some power. Oh, Lord. So I could do this. Actually, let's do... I just don't want to pull a Vibranium. Whatever. This is a pretty decent thing that we got going on here. Okay, so they don't got to worry as much about Vibranium. Give me a Mystique. Give me a Mystique. Just do it. Just do it for funsies. Oh my Lord. You guys, are you ready? This is the ideal combo. This is the ideal combo right here. Watch how much power we put down. Watch. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? You're not ready. So this is what I'm saying, where this deck is good even if you don't have Echo. Like, if this wasn't Echo, whatever. I prevented them from dropping a Darkhawk or Dino over here, though. Oh. This is actually perfect for Mystique. It's not great for my other cards, but like, look how this works. Look how much power we're gonna put on these two lanes. You guys see this? think this works how I want it to work. Where he's gonna go from left to right. Do I only need one? Maybe two? I put them both in middle. I don't think it matters. I think we're about to go nuts. You guys ready? Sit tight. Sit tight. Oh, you gotta fast forward it because stuff's going down. Look how much happens. Unless they have a Shang-Chi, then we're just screwed. But before Shang-Chi kills us, look how much power happens. One thing that sucks about the fast forward feature, because you got to do it a lot, and look, you guys see how much power is there? Is that it like replays like animations like Mr. Fantastic. Look how much power is there. What? What? Oh, nice. Dang, I should have dropped one. If I dropped one more over there. If I dropped one more swarm there, we won. Did you see how huge that got though? That's exciting. Yeah, I definitely could have dropped my swarm there with the way that works. I'm still a little bit cautious because the way MODOK swipes from left to right, like they're most of the time you're gonna re-hit your swarms if you put it on Wong. I don't know if there's ever a time it doesn't, but yeah, I'm still getting used to this deck. But yeah, I probably should have dropped another swarm right over there. Set of 2 right here. But actually, it doesn't matter. This is one of those things where we talk about resulting. If he put if he did this in the opposite way, we'd be in the same scenario, right? Like if he played Shang-Chi here instead, like we'd be in the same scenario, except we would have, yeah, because then he would drop the Vibranium there. So it was basically just put more swarms out or get lucky. You know what I mean? All right, let's do one more. But yeah, the other thing too, like because of situations like that, sometimes it'll be hard to like not have priority. You know what I mean? So Echo takes away their ability. So like you don't want to put Echo on Washington, DC because then they'll get buffed by it. You see what I mean? Oh my God, I was just thinking in situations like this, it's good to have Gambit. Now, here's the problem. They just got priority randomly, even though we're tied. So we have a 50-50 shot. Let's see what happens. And I hope Gambit hits Apocalypse. Fingers crossed. That's not Apocalypse. That's not Daredevil. We might play one more after this. We just don't have any of our pieces. Okay, yeah. So they're doing, I think they might be doing the Surfer version that has, whatchamacallit, Spider-Man. Like they're probably gonna Spider-Man a lane right now. They're probably gonna snap like it matters post-infinite, but we'll probably do another game after this. We'll do another game after this. Oh yeah, and I can't even get MODOK now, so that kind of sucks.
Neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Yeah, so like MODOK would be decent right here because then yeah, wait. If he plays anything like Brood there, we lose, right? YOLO. Let's see what happens. Because if he doesn't have Surfer, then we could tie over here. Then it goes to the tiebreaker. You never know, right? This guy can literally play 2 cards. Why do people take so long to Marvel Snap? This is supposed to be a quick, snappy game. You know what I mean? Snap, snap, snap. I guess someone didn't have Surfer. Oh boy. All right, this deck's so fun. I wanted to keep playing, but I can't keep you guys here all day. I know you guys have stuff to do. Some of you have jobs, some of you have families, all that. I'm always thinking about you, all right? But I want to keep playing because this deck is just fun. It's so fun. Like in Conquest mode, you can just retreat out of the ones where you don't have like a decent combo set up. And then when you do, and like I said, there are multiple possibilities. But anyways, this deck is a blast. Echo in it is cool. It protects your MODOK, and you saw how we did that one Professor X dirty, right? But this deck overall is great. If you don't have Echo, just toss Crystal in there, okay? But it's a fun, good deck. I like decks that are fun and good at the same time, all right? But if you're looking for Echo, Echo is perfect with just about any Wong deck, all right? So feel free to do it. Go nuts, all right? So anyways, that's all I got for the video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, and yeah, down in the description below, we have a Discord server, and make sure you follow me on Twitter so you don't miss our monthly season pass giveaways, all right? But that's all I got for this video. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.